Hi, my name is Chanel Elidiana Edward. I run a company called Compliment Me, which focuses on women and the dresses that they wear, and it also looks at their confidence and how what we wear and who we are can make a huge difference to how confident we are in life. Okay, well, it's quite interesting because I initially started by not accepting compliments. I thought that compliments were the worst things ever, and as soon as somebody complimented me, I was like, no, ooh, horrible, stop. And then one day I just said thank you, and when I said thank you, it was like a revelation because it felt so good. The other person that I said thank you to felt appreciated, and I felt like I appreciated myself. So the brand definitely was inspired from that first initial point, and it also made me feel more comfortable in what I was wearing. So, you know, I have a quote, and it's, to be complimented is to be recognized. To wear a garment with the notion that it may provoke a compliment is to be confident. So compliments and confidence work hand in hand. And so when I put on that sexy dress, I knew I would get a compliment, and I was ready and waiting to accept it. And I just wanted other women to feel that way. I didn't want them to shy away or hide. I wanted them to come out of their hiding spaces and be proud of what they have, because I always say, you can't give back what your mother gave you, and I've got a very big beauty that I try and hide, but unfortunately I can't. Yeah, so I know that, not from personal experience, but I've had family members that have been affected by cancer, and it is a growing concern all over the world. And so I also know that when you're facing any terminal illness, there is a level of confidence that you need to get through it. And there are women that are experiencing these difficulties, and in experiencing it, they're also going through stages where they lose their confidence. And that's why I targeted cancer-based charities, so that we can eventually get to the point where we can go into hospitals and make you feel worthy of a compliment, because being ill is no exception. Doesn't matter where you are in life, what stage you are in life, everyone deserves a compliment and to be seen. We host an event called the Compliment Me event, and this year it's the Carnival at Christmas, which is what we'll be doing, and every year we do it. And the reason why we do it is because it helps us to bring it all together, and we give out awards to diamonds in the rough that are consistently doing amazing things for themselves and other people, but they don't really get the recognition. And we just want to say you're worthy of the compliment and accept it. Okay, so the events are to inspire you to look your best, feel your best. And you know what's nice is we don't just have your elite model on stage. We get someone that is trying to have an elite mind, and they may not be that model that you see on the magazines, but they know that they're good, they're happy with who they are, and so we want to give them the opportunity to shine. You know, it doesn't matter how tall you are, how big or how small you are. It's about embracing your differences, and I think as long as you can do the catwalk, then you can be on the catwalk, in other words. Right, so we're creating a platform for other designers to showcase their stuff. Also, I don't know if you're a designer, but if you're anything like me, when I was starting out, I had lots and lots and lots of dresses, and they were just sitting there looking at me and looking pretty, when really they should have been sold and sent away. But you know, sometimes it's hard to let go of your babies. When I started to batch produce some of my dresses, I'd find that I'd have size 12, size 10, size 14, just in my stock room. Literally, and they needed to be sold. So it's about getting your entrepreneurial mind in gear, and so we want to create a platform where you can actually sell through the Compliment Me brand, and obviously gives you an opportunity to make some money and not have all those gorgeous dresses or one-off pieces that could be worn by amazing people or even celebrities, just sitting there gathering dust. I would say while you're building, try to build your team, have people that are skilled in areas that maybe you're not. So get yourself someone in PR. Oh my gosh, it's so important. I've tried to manage the dresses and the events and then PR. It doesn't work. I've missed so many opportunities by doing that. Get someone that's professional in that area. Definitely get someone that's professional in that area. I would also suggest that you have someone that deals with social media. We're in a world of social media where everyone's talking and coming out of their closets. We need to get your dresses out of the closets and there for everyone to see. And if you have a supportive family, get them involved. If you don't have a supportive family, still get them involved. Let them know that you're here and you're here to stay, and whether they're involved or not, you've got plans. Okay, well, I was brought up in a family of 2 brothers, 2 sisters, and I was always, I was the middle child, always trying to get the attention. My sister and my brothers, they were my best friends. One thing that really helped me in my development was my sister, my eldest sister, who always said, whatever you want to do, you can do it. I remember coming up with ideas randomly on lots of different things I'd like to do, and it didn't matter how many times I came to her with something new. She would say, yeah, right, let's do it. And she'd get pen and paper out, we would do research, and then the following week I'd be like, I don't want to do that anymore. She'd be like, okay. But then the next week I'd come up with something new and she'd be like, right, let's do this, because anything's possible. And I think it's so important to have people like that in your life, that when you are inspired by something, they will help you to develop it. And it might be that you don't want to do it in 3 years, but they're still going to give you the same amount of love and respect as they would if they knew that that idea was going to make millions. And I think her being so believing of me really helped. And so it didn't matter what anyone had to say. And I think being in that environment definitely helped whilst I was growing up. I was always a very active child, very creative. I did my own thing. And I enjoyed life. I remember when I was 7 years old, I always tell this story because I still can't believe it myself, but I was a bit bored. And when you're bored, you try and figure out what you could do with your time. And so I remember speaking to some of the children my age in the area that I was living, and I said, why don't we just sell flowers on the street? And they were like, really, how are we going to do that? And I sort of said, well, there's a blossom tree in the back. You know, we've all seen that beautiful blossom tree that we like to pick. Let's just pick the blossom tree, wrap it up in Christmas wrapping paper, because that's all we had at home. And let's just sell it on the street. And they're like, but it sticks. The tree hasn't even got a stem. You're going to be like picking sticks and wrapping it up in a bundle. And I'm like, yeah, that's what we're going to do. They're like, okay, fine. So everyone got their buckets and we went on the high road and we started selling these bunches of flowers. And obviously we're 7 years old, we know nothing about location. So we were in front of a police station while we were doing it. But funnily enough, police officers bought from us, little old ladies walking past bought from us, and we sold each bunch for 50p. And at the end of that evening, we made £7.50. And for us, that was a lot of money because we were so young. Unfortunately, that same evening, I took it home and my mum was like, what is this? You mean to tell me you've been on the road selling flowers? She said, anyway, we need fish and chips, so let's go and buy some fish and chips. So they didn't get their £1.50 that they wanted, which was, payment. But it was a learning experience, and it goes to show that if you're passionate about anything, you get the right people involved, you can achieve anything. And I mean, at 7 years old, if I can make £7.50 in an hour at 7 years old, the sky's the limits, really. I see Compliment Me as an international brand that is the head of supporting people in complimenting each other and just teaching the younger generation that it's okay to give compliments and to accept them. A secret, ooh, that's hard. They're so secret that I forgot what they are because I kept them secret. So they're even secret from myself. A secret about me. This is a hard one. I'm trying to think. I don't know. I don't know any secrets about me. I'm secretly in love with someone, but I'm not going to say. I don't know. Yeah, I started to present the Compliment Me show, and it's in its pilot stages, so we're working on the fundamentals for it right now, and it's going well. Who do I love? Janet Jackson. Control. When she came out with Control and that lyric, you know, got my own mind, gonna make my own decisions. I was like, you know what? I love that, and it's so much power in that, you know, because you only have one life, and so you have to take control of that, and the decisions that you make are so very important. So it's important that you take that bit of control, and you use your time as wisely as you possibly can, so that you can achieve what you're meant to achieve, not just what you want to achieve. You know, everyone has a purpose, and you want to know that you're doing everything you possibly can to be the best version of yourself. And a beauty secret, oh my gosh, wear a smile. Please, just smile. You don't need any makeup, nothing, just smile, and I guarantee it will do more than what the lip gloss would do for you.